Hello, Blissful Beings. Barbara Bottolotti here, founder of BeWellRetreats.com. So I've been outside most of the time giving you my little Facebook Lives, and now I'm like trying to figure out how to do this inside my little teeny apartment with lights and rearranging furniture and all of that. And today is going to be especially interesting because I'm going to be showing you something on the floor. So don't mind if you like see a shadow or you don't know what's going on. I am here to deliver as much valuable content as possible. So here's the question. When you hear the word discipline, what do you think of? Because it does take a component, discipline is a component that it does take in order for us to move into a healthy habit or do something positive, changing our lives for the better. And so I'm going to go through 4 tips on how is the best way to do that. But I want to tell you a story because when I was just a young little girl, my feet pronated. So I had to wear those ugly black heavy shoes. Otherwise, if I got too far ahead of myself, I would trip, which metaphorically speaking, if I get too far ahead of myself now, I trip. So anyway, I not only did have to wear those shoes, which was embarrassing and humiliating. And, you know, of course, kids are not kind. And there was a few compassionate kids in my class and in preschool. And think of Forrest Gump, only without the braces. So one of the other things I had to do was I had to be really disciplined in my foot exercises. So every day, actually twice a day, I would have to, I'm going to try to do this while I'm holding the camera, which is going to be kind of weird. I would have to go into our home, into the rec room, and I would put marbles and pens into a little jar. And I really was willing to do this, even though that was not fun, and sometimes I couldn't. I was getting frustrated because I couldn't pick something up with my foot, or I'd have to do the other foot, and one foot was a little bit better than the other. But I knew that in order for me to improve my life, in this case, it was being able to walk like a normal kid and not have to wear those silly shoes, I would have to strengthen my feet. And so my question is what do you want to improve upon that's going to take some discipline? So the first thing is like, what is your desire? What do you want? It could be to sleep more, so maybe you go to bed earlier. It could be something in your diet. It could be a fitness routine, especially so now that we're going into a different season, if you're experiencing a different temperature and so on where you live. Let's see, it could be part of your spiritual practice. It could be just something about your self-care. So whatever it is, what is your desire? And then what is the why? Because the why you're doing this has got to be stronger or more powerful than your X, which is your excuses. Right? So I really wanted to get out of those ugly shoes, and I was told that if I practiced these foot exercises twice a day for like 10 minutes, wasn't very long, that I would get my feet strong, my feet would become stronger. And also the message of my brain and my feet would also start communicating. So that's what happened. Hey, Tom. Oh my gosh. Tom and I went to school together, speaking of being kids. And then the third is, how is this going to fit into your lifestyle? Only you know your schedule, your lifestyle, how you want to fit this in. And again, you want it to be somewhat simple, somewhat easy enough that you can incorporate into your life. And also have a plan so that you can always tweak the plan if you need to. And then the fourth is the commitment, the discipline. And I really think that even though they say it takes 21 days to change a habit or 30 days, I really like 45 days because if you think about every 90 days or so, we're moving into a different season or quarter. And so half of that is 45 days. And so for it to really become a habit where it's more natural, and it's something that you've kind of worked all the kinks out of, and you've gotten into that discipline that has now benefited you, and so you don't have to think so much about it being a commitment or a discipline. Think about playing an instrument or a sport that maybe you had to be disciplined to go to practice, right? So it's the same thing. It's just that we're adults now. And we still have lots that we can improve upon and enhance our lives with. So those are my ideas for you. Choose something that's in your desire. What's your why? The third one is find out how it's going to fit. What's your plan? How it's going to make it fit into your lifestyle. And then the fourth is be committed for at least 45 days. And again, kind of use that 45 days to work out any of the difficulties that might arise or the adjustments that you have to make. So this is Barbara Padalotti, and I want to also invite you to the self-compassion retreat we're doing October 24th. So that will be a restorative yoga class, some meditations on compassion, self-compassion, and small sacred shares that we always do every month, and also some really very good activities to help you to move into being more loving, forgiving, compassionate with yourself, especially if you're taking on new habits. So drop me a line. Let me know what is going to be your new habit, and or what's your thoughts about discipline. All right, I will see you next Sunday. I'm going to continue to do this 5 o'clock Pacific time, 8 o'clock Eastern time. Much love, much bliss, and I wish you well in every way. I'll see you next time.